What if she comes home and says, that's my gay best friend? What are you going to do?
I'll be like, let me check. Nah, joking.
So, like, you know, like for Muslims, we get to know someone and we're like, right, I'm only going to talk to this person if they tick all my boxes.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, for non-Muslims, they just hang out, like, they hang out with someone, like, fine, they go for drinks and do all that.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, oh, you know what, this person's really nice. And then they take it forward as a relationship, right? And I do find, like, with non-Muslims, they're more accepting of, like, call it friends or wherever, like, especially when kids have been divorced. Do you know what I mean? Because, like, oh, this person was just really nice. Oh, and then later on it's, oh, they have kids, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I like the person because they were just really nice. We get on, we have a good time. Fine. Whereas for Muslims, because we don't do the friendship thing, it's straight up day one. Have you got kids? Yes. All right, see you later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't have time for personality, you know. Yeah. Which I'm like, I feel sometimes it's a bad thing because we don't have, like, it's so binary of if I'm talking to you, it's only because I'm thinking about, am I going to marry you or not? Like, that's it.
Yeah.
So it is like, if I give it, like, for non-Muslims, I'm like, there's a bit of a positive there of, they're less judgmental from day one.
Yeah.
Because they're more like, you know what, I like the person as a friend or whatever. And then they're like, I could see them as more than a friend, fine.
Yeah. Like Arab culture, Asian culture, be a non-Muslim or not, like they are not going to accept a man and a woman being friends. Like, even if you're like non-Muslim, your dad, your father is not going to allow you to have male friends. In the West, however, like you said, it's a lot easier to like be friends with the opposite gender.
I think it's a bad thing. Very bad. Because there's more room for sinning. Like,
It's great.
Yeah,
it's
that's
great.
exactly. Because
Yeah.
like, I don't know, you spend time together, start liking each other. I wouldn't like my daughter to have
Yeah.
male friends.
I mean, in the
Because
greatest...
like, you never know, especially now with social media and stuff, people are just...
What if she comes home and says, that's my gay best friend? What are you going to do?
I'll be like, let me check. Nah, joking.
So, like, I'm like, okay, what's one good thing of guys and girls being friends, whatever, right? Let's say before marriage is like I don't know, like social education, right? Like for guys, all right, how do I speak to women? How should I be around women? How do I be sensitive to women in various ways? And then equally for women to go, how do I, as a woman, let's say, how do I say or do things that doesn't lead a man on where they get confused or whatever, right? There's sometimes where, like, for Muslims, let's say in the West, in Muslim countries especially, it's like, no, men and women should not talk, and you keep very
separate
segregated,
ways,
right?
yeah.
But then, so imagine you have a whole life not talking, whatever, and then you're like, bang, you're gonna get married and you're gonna live with a woman straight up.
I guess you can't talk as freely as with a friend.
That's it.
Yeah,
and a lot of, like, you know, your, like, our generation and then your parents, it's like a whole other world.
But
They're from another country as
Yeah,
well.
Yeah,
But-
very true,
I
yeah.
feel like,
Go on.
sorry, even if you've been around thousands of women, it's really hard to live with a woman.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah,
How many women
so
have you
like,
lived with?
no,
Yeah, you sound experienced.
I feel
My
like
God,
that.
it's okay. We can do this together. There's plenty of instances where women go, the guy was like he said something and the woman's really offended and the guy's like, what did I say? Like, it all seemed fine to me because he's not had that social education. Do you know what I mean?
Yep, but don't you think that's part of like the education from the parents? As in,
Yeah,
like,
but I don't think you get it all from parents, right?
It's
No.
only so much they can tell you.
Yeah.
No, as in, like, no.
Male friends and a female.
Yeah.
No, as in,
And the
like,
stuff that you're not
One time I agree.
comfortable
On the level.
talking about,
No.
on the level, you
no,
can't
I'm
talk
talking
about
about
everything
like
with
how
your
you
parents.
should treat people in general.
Yeah, but look.
Yeah, but you get different people.
Yeah, but and I guarantee you, how many kids are treated well by their parents?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. We know that.
like,
we
do you
know
go
that.
to, like, how many...
And some people's parents don't even know how to communicate.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's
Down
true.
home, they
Actually,
don't communicate,
Yeah.
so they never saw
Yeah.
a healthy man.
Actually, that's
woman.
very just
Yeah.
spot
Yeah,
on.
that's
There's,
it,
there's
yeah.
a lot like because
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah.
A lot of parents they got married because they were just like, you two get married.
Yeah,
That's
they were
it.
forced into
Yeah.
it.
And they did it.
In
That's it, they
fact,
did it.
like a lot
They
of
made it
kids
work.
grew up sadly seeing their parents fighting, bickering all the
Exactly.
time.
Yeah.
So right in their head, in those like their
That's love.
developing years, they've
No,
seen
it's not.
their parents bickering all the time. They're thinking, well, that's how marriage
This
is.
is
Yeah.
it. What is
Yeah.
it? Learned behavior.
Yeah, sometimes you never know. Like the problem can be from the family, within the family. So
And I've definitely heard of, and this is where you get like controlling Muslim men who they get married, and then the man's like, you're not working because I don't want you around you men, or you're not if you're at work I don't want you ever to speak to a man. And like let's be practical and realistic. Work is a mixed gender environment, you know, and you've got to be professional with men and with women. So I do think there's a like, unfortunately, some men are way too hardcore in being really prescriptive of the moment you get married, I expect X, Y, Z of you, which causes way more resentment in a marriage. Like it makes a woman feel super controlled. Like what the hell? Like I've got married and now I feel like intimidated by my husband. That's a bit of a problem.
I feel like I can understand
like
the
it-
guy though. I can understand the man where he's coming from. Like he wants to. It's just I can understand.
But then, alright,
what
so
you
let's say you understand. But then, how does he deal with it?
It's the West. It's not any.
But you're
it's not
here,
any
you're going
Muslim
nowhere.
country.
You're here in
Yeah,
the West.
so he has to tone down on the expectations.
Let's say for both of you actually, in a work situation, do you find non-Muslims are more professional with you and not crossing
Yeah.
boundaries? Do you find
More
non-Muslims
respectful.
are more respectful and don't cross boundaries
Yeah.
versus Muslim men at work in a
Oh
work
yeah,
situation?
100%.
Like, are you like actually the Muslim men who I interact with at work never cross a line? It's all good, or are you like actually I notice that Muslim men seem to be less appropriate or do cross the line?
I think both, depending on where you work and the environment. Because some Muslim men, they don't probably maybe follow all the rules and regulations of the Quran, and they're a bit rowdy and they do what they want, and they try and hit on you. And then some non-Muslim men have actually had more respect. So it literally
But
depends.
what have you experienced personally?
From my experience, I have experienced both.
And-
Yeah.
and same with you,
Yeah.
You as well?
No, not really. I feel like Muslim guys, they sense some sort of like authority over a Muslim woman. So
Interesting.
they
Yeah.
feel like they kind of can not do whatever, but they're like more accepted than a non-Muslim guy, if that makes sense. Whereas a non-Muslim guy, he doesn't know what's acceptable or not, so he wouldn't. Period.
Okay,
Like he
okay.
wouldn't cross the line. Does that make sense? Whereas
Like
a
he plays
Muslim
it
guy,
safer.
yeah, he's
Okay.
playing it safe. Whereas a Muslim guy, he knows what the wrongs and rights. So he either doesn't care or like maybe he's shooting his shot. Maybe he's looking for a wife. You know.
Exactly.
What about like if he's like financially stable and he's like, don't go to work, I'll look after you. What would you
Who
do?
don't want
Yeah,
that? I would
but yeah,
love
but
that.
sorry, that's written.
Good times, man.
that's it.
Hold on, can I be the wife?
That's it.
Or you'd be like, oh, I
I
still want to
I
work.
don't know about
need
you,
to go.
but if you guys were Muslim women, would you want to work? If your husband's now saying you
Oh,
don't
that
have
depends.
to
Wow,
work,
But that
wow.
depends.
So no.
I'm
Some girls they
trying to do
actually
what
want
I'll
to
do
go and
what I
work. They
want
want to be
at home.
independent, etc. So you never know.
But I'll do my hobbies. I don't actually want to work. Like I'll
Okay.
do things that I enjoy. If my husband's now telling me
I
you
mean-
don't have to work,
You see, she's not
I
agree.
work
I
for
mean,
you.
no, agree.
She don't need no friends.
But as
I want to chill.
a Muslim man is supposed to, it's written in our religion, a Muslim man is supposed to financially provide and protect the woman. So it's not about if the, finances were in order kind of thing. That's already
No,
like,
but
that's a-
the
But some
woman-
people's finances are not in order.
Yeah, but that's not
so
so, but
it's
but
hard,
imagine
you
you're
know?
living in London, right? And
Yeah.
you're like, I want a nice house, and the man's like, I can't. I'm gonna afford a nice house. We both got to work. Versus, like everybody say, the guy is like earning well or whatever, and he's like, no, I'm gonna fully provide. You don't need to. I don't want you to work,
Okay. When that,
so that you don't talk to other men.
you got me there. You
It's all
got me
again.
there. Yeah, you got me there. You got me there.
So stay at home.
Maybe Muzz needs to have that
You know,
filter.
he's
of
just
like,
he's like, welcome to my kitchen. This is the oven.
maybe that's
Your
what
new-
I do. Like,
your new best friend.
Yeah, so I can be a cook. I can be
Female
a
chef or a male
cook.
chef. A female chef or a male chef.
He can have a personal chef. He can have a personal chef and like.
Look, they're already in dream mode here.
Yeah.
Let's say for the woman in this situation, being way up front, this is my life, this is my work, this is what I do. And either she's like, this is all important to me and I don't want that to change and I'll be on the same page. Or, is that cool with you? And let's say the future husband's like, no, I would want you to stay at home. And she might be like, all right, cool, I'm happy with that.
I don't know. Personally, for me, I'm more than happy to like talk about adjustments. If I see like he's ticking all the boxes, I would be more than happy to like sit down and say, okay, do you know what? Maybe I can like not hang out or go out as much and stuff. If I want to work, I'm sorry, I can't really make any changes. That's just I can't. If you can't deal with it, then I'm not your match.